Namaskar दोस्तों, welcome to my channel. This is the pre-market report for today, that is 29 August 2025. So yesterday was the expiry and most of the positions were closed. So let us take a quick look at the FnO summary. So one of the interesting thing I've seen today is that all these participants, retailers, FIA, pros, and DA, none of them added any new positions. Most of their positions either close, that is either close their longs or close their shorts. So that's the reason the overall numbers may be looking different. Let us start with the index future data. तो इंडेक्स फ्यूचर में देखेगा तो रिटेलर्स कभी हार मानने के तैयार ही नहीं है और उन्होंने फिर से 4200 कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स ऐड किया. उनका जो नेट फ्यूचर रह गया 1.27 lakhs. DA also added around 8,800 contracts. So DA's net long reached to 36,000. FAI, they purchase 8,400 contracts. Their overall shorts reduced to 1.68 lakh. Pros, they have sold 21,500 loads and their total net long reduced to 4,700 loads only. So overall, I would say this data is still bearish. Why? Because FA is carrying heavy bearish positions and the retail is carried over almost all their index future longs. This is not good for the market. Coming to the index कॉल में देखेगा तो इंडेक्स कॉल में ज़्यादा कारोबार आज नहीं देखने को मिल रहे. तो हल्का क्वांटिटी है, मतलब negligible quantities today they have purchased or sold. So to start with the retailer today they have sold 4,900 lots, and FA they bought 6,900 contracts, and pros they sold around 2,000 contracts. So overall, I would say this data is the retailers are still bullish. They're still carrying almost, they have rolled over in fact almost 1 lakh index called longs, whereas in the case of FA and pros, they are still bearish. So I would say this data is still bearish because retailers are the only one going in index called longs. So index puts, retailers finally they have closed some of their index put shorts, but still they have rolled over more than 4 lakh, that is 4.12 lakh contracts to September month. This is again not good for the market. If you look at the major participants, they have sold some quantity. DAs they sold 22,000. FA they sold around 5,500, and pros they have sold almost 86,500. But then we cannot consider this as the net numbers because today, as I mentioned, they closed the uh, longs and shorts. So the difference it is showing us either buy or sell. So the positions will be made only by tomorrow. So however, with the existing data, I can say that retailers are still bullish because they have carried over 4.12 lakh contracts of put writing. So this I will say bearish. Index future, and you can see that retailers, DIA, and pros they bought stock future. So the stock futures. So overall, I would say this data is bullish. Stock call also, I would say this data is bullish. Why? Because retailers they have closed almost all their stock call longs, and DA they are in net long. So this data I would say this is a bullish data. While the stock put, there also retailers purchase some quantity of put longs, but this data I would say this is the volumes are less. This is still bearish. Or I would say this is a mixed data because some area we can say like in a stock feature and is bullish, stock call is bullish, and index put also to some level. I would say even though it's showing as bearish because of the retailers heavy put shorts, But the data looks mixed because there nobody added any new position. They are waiting for tomorrow. The cash market, DIA made a heavy purchase, that is 6920 crore, and possibly this could be the interglobe bulk deals and all. And FAI, they sold 3,856 crore. So their selling is not stopping. This is a worry for our market. And quickly, let us look at the market overview. You can see that Nifty almost close almost 1% down, further down. Sensex again 1%, Bank Nifty 1.16%. As I mentioned in the market analysis video, Bank Nifty fell almost 2,350 points in 4 days. This is a major fall. So anybody knows the reason, please comment in the video. Indevix, it is neutral, I would say. There is not much change, hardly some points. Mid caps select once again. It's also continuously falling. Today also it fell more than 1%. And USD INR, this is a mild positive, I would say. And the our rupee gaining some strength. And crude oil, you can see that mild increase, and the natural gas also mild increase. So the some stock specific news are there. The Interglobe Aviation, like I already mentioned, there is a block deal happen. Then RVNL, VSC, Tata Steel, then GR Infra Projects, and please pause and read the news in details. This will help you to make at least some stock option trading, or some cases you can go for a swing trade in these stocks. Finally, the technical view I mentioned it is tomorrow. Why? Because I made this chart yesterday, but it is for today. So Nifty, the the support level is 24,400, and we can say if it is going up to 24,550, also it is within that support range only, and the resistance comes around 24,670 to 24,700 range. If it is crossing 24,700, further up move can be expected. Okay. Any, it is a salon rise till the time it is not reaching up to 24,900. Bank Nifty also, it is very weak. So the support, it was 54,000, because it closed below 54,000, I know. So 54,000 to 53,778, this is the support area. Bank Nifty is still within that support range only, and the resistance are coming 54,200 to 54,600 range. So watch for Bank Nifty tomorrow. If any bounce happening in Bank Nifty, that can be traded. You can easily get some 300 to 350 points in Bank Nifty. The PCRs, both the PCR for Nifty and Bank Nifty, these are in oversold territory. So this indicates an ideal bounce because of the expiry. They didn't allow a bounce today. Otherwise, there should be some bounces. And another important thing is that some news flows are coming in that Nifty expiry is going to get changed from Thursday to Tuesday, and Sensex is moving from Tuesdays to Thursday. So yeah, if that happens, we will analyze, okay, what is the impact that brings in with the change in dates. And additionally, I have also seen a news that currently what is happening is that the FnO trades happens after market opening. So there is a proposal that the exchange SIB might change the current rule. They will also allow the FnO to be traded in the pre-market session itself. So this will reduce the volatility. Otherwise, what is happening is that even though, when you take an example of a stock, HDFC, if it is opening a gap up of 20 points, that may not reflect the value in the premium of that option, the in the money options. But if they started trading in the pre-market session itself, such volatility will reduce, and this will be beneficial for the FNO traders. I mean, especially the stock option, those who are trading in stock option, they'll get that benefit. Otherwise, they have to wait for at least 920 for the option premiums to move. Finally, let us take a look at the futures. That is the Gift Nifty, and Gift Nifty currently it is showing around 80 points up. So if that happens, this might open around uh, 24,600, and the US futures are mild positive, and the Nasdaq it is almost 0.7% up, and Europe maybe हल्का सा फ्लैट टू नेगेटिव कारवार चलते हुए देख रहे हैं। तो एक और बात इम्पोर्टेंट बात मैं आप लोगों को बताना चाहते हैं, मैंने जो मार्केट एनालिसिस वीडियो में भी बताया, कल कल महीने का आखिरी दिन है। तो हमेशा महीने का आखिरी दिन में जो फंड हाउसेस है उनको जो पोजीशंस मैनेज करना पड़ता है। तो इसलिए दे विल डू सम सॉर्ट ऑफ बाइंग बिकॉज दे हैव लॉट ऑफ सरप्लस मनी, they will be spending that money. So unlike any other day, watch the levels. Don't simply go and short the market tomorrow. You might get trapped. So that's all in this video, guys. If you like the video, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. Bye, guys.